Hello everyone. I know the upcoming video has a lot of splicing. I do apologize. It was the only way that I could fit a whole bunch of information in a 1 hour video, so I'm apologizing ahead. I'm going to do a brief tutorial. I really tried to do a detailed tutorial, but there's just way too much. I spent days compiling a list and then trying to put it on video is just close to impossible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off of what one of my viewers left me in one of my comments, what they would like to know. And you know, I asked this person to give me a list, and of course the response was a list. Oh, that's a hard question, to be honest. It is. Absolutely agree with that. There is so much to know about this game. So what they gave me was best character builds, including loadout, skills, and attacks, which 6 kinds of characters you always look for. Okay, let's start with there. I always like to have, you have to have, in the upper levels especially, because we are on level 86 in this. This is, by the way, my Road to 99 crew, a copy of it, so that I don't accidentally screw something up. You have to have a construction, medicine, construction and meds. Now, if you're lucky, you'll find her, Gabriella Bennett. Her, she is fantastic. I have her, what, is heavy? Yes, have her as heavy. She is great. She's not powerhouse, she's not nimble, but she is the best character to find because she covers both of your needs. She's eagle-eyed, which means her shooting goes up quick. She is construction and medicine, as I said, which means she can fill the medical lab, and well, I have a construction cook, so that's why he's in there, and she could also fill this if I did not have another construction person. You need a cook, and I happen to have one of the best cooks in the game, Aiden Arnhem. He's blunt, he's cooking and construction, so he's a great person to have. And what does he do? He's why you can make big feasts, but I do not have a cooking area in this one, dining area, no, cooking area, so I can't show you, but it basically you can cook a feast. So you want to look for construction, med. If you're starting a new game, you need somebody who's leadership, because you're going to have to research everything, and if you don't have a researcher like Gerbani is, oh no, she's not. Oh. Gerbani is medicine and research. If you don't have a researcher, then anything you research is going to take 4 hours. If you have a researcher, it only takes 1 hour and 20 minutes. You need a medicine so that you can do things like have a medical lab, and you can make, you know, homemade painkillers. I don't think you need a medicine expert to actually make the painkillers, though. Hey, I do have, I gotta look right over. Now, here it is. Cook a big feast. See? Aiden. Let's cook that big feast. Alright. Let's go over that again. Construction, med, and cook. You have to have those, and a researcher at least until you've researched everything. The other two can be anybody you like. I mean, I like Amelia Craftsman, who's powerhouse, and I like Alexandria Garland, who's a nimble. So I mean, that's kind of a hard one to answer on what best characters, you know, survivors to have, because there's so many good ones. I mean, my suggestion is just take them out, try them. You know, everybody's got their favorite weapon. My favorite weapon is edged. Blunt's next. Heavy's my least favorite. So you know, just go out and try it is all I can say on that one. Loadout. Well, it all depends. For instance, let's say Guru here was gonna go out searching. Now, is she ninja in this one? No, she's focusing. We'll say Guru was going out searching. Then what you're gonna want is to keep your backpack somewhat empty, but I don't suggest you ever leaving without 2 stacks of snacks, 1 stack of meds, and if they are fully trained, you can get away with 1 stack of petrol bombs. You know, because you have to have the ability to get out of shit. And I gotta tell you, petrol bombs, you have to have petrol bombs. Everybody knows I like decapitate. That's a simple move to do. Roll behind them. Hit the run key just as you pass them. And then hit the action key. Same thing you swing with.
For a while anyways.
Hey, Lily.
Basically, just round them up. Pitch a petrol bomb. Just aim. It's the quickest way to get your shooting up. Another move, move that everybody sees me do is really simple. That is where that move comes in handy, and it's simple to do, as everybody sees. All you got to do is the same move you do at the finishing. Get him to come at you. Shove. Roll. Shove.
I could use some food.
Move everybody sees me do is this. Roll, shove, crouch, take down. That's the start of that one move that I did up here. And if you have somebody, zombie, creeping up behind you and you're already crouched, you know, if you just got done stealth taking down somebody and one's coming up behind you, just wait till you get right behind you, hit the finishing move. That's how easy that is. Okay. Character, I already said which character I always look for. What do you take in every mission scavenging run? Well, that's just it. Every mission's different. A scavenging run, you don't want a whole lot on you because you're going to be searching the area. Oh, wait a minute. Scavenging run. Okay. Not a scavenging mission, I think is what they're saying. If you're going to go scavenging, you want to keep as much off your backpack as possible. One stack of each thing. Make sure you have like here's a good example. I was going to go scavenging with this dude. First thing I would do, you just drop everything off. Alright, I'd start with that. I'd give him a stack of snacks, stack of meds, and that. Reason being, now you got... Look at this. I'm just moving my mouse around. Wow. This game is really doing some really stupid shit lately. So you got plenty of room to scavenge, and make sure you take an empty vehicle. That's what I do for scavenging runs. So I would probably empty all these out. I don't have a whole lot of snacks in my Road to 99 crew, I just noticed. Don't know why. No, here we go. Never mind. They were in the truck. So I would take this truck, and then you can use it for storing either rucksacks or weapons that you either want to take to home base or take to your enclave. I also suggest that you put up safe zones. And like if I was going to like scavenge here, I'd put up a safe zone right here. Totally ignoring those guys because this isn't my actual game. This is a copy of my Road to 99 if I haven't already said that. I always suggest that if you're going to start a new level, start it on a lower level. You know, a new game, start on lower levels so that you can get your supplies built up a lot quicker. Like if I was to start a new game right now, it would take me probably 15 levels to get a decent supply of anything. I don't have decent supply of shit as it is, really. What to take on every mission scavenge run? Well, missions are different. If you're going on a, let's say you're going on a Stranger in Trouble mission, you want to have petrol bombs and two stacks of snacks, 2 stacks of petrol bombs, stack of meds, your best weapon, that whatever weapon you like, and whatever gun you like. Because as everybody knows, the Stranger in Troubles can be quite brutal. Sometimes you get there and they are just completely covered in zombies, and you just have to just start lobbing petrol bombs at them. So that's that kind of mission. If you're going on a scavenging mission, you want to bring some decent stuff too, because you can have some pretty intense scavenging missions. You know, when you're doing a scavenger for an enclave, it can get pretty intense. So make sure you've got plenty of bullets, couple stacks of petrol bombs, couple stacks of snacks, and stack of meds. Alright, tips that will help you survive on higher levels, 10 plus, and maybe need some preparation on lower levels. Yeah, prepare on the lower levels, definitely. The higher levels, 10 plus, okay. Well, there's a huge difference between 10 and 99. I'm going to tell you that right now. So let me kind of make it a little, average it out a bit. Alright. On level 10, which is difficult. I got to tell you, the lower levels are way more difficult than they used to be. This will go pretty much across any level. Don't get overwhelmed. You will see me many times. Like, let's see if I can drive to an unprotected part of the map.
people are in trouble. They need you to bail them out
Alright.
of the jam.
Now see this mess right here? See how they're all coming? Now I could get out right now and I could try to fight. But you're gonna die. It's as simple as that. If I got out right now and I tried to take all these guys on, the only way I could do it is petrol bombs. And possibly always look behind you. Now this is level 86, so it's not quite as hard as 90 yet. Now you see how I'm staying on the edge of them?
Food.
Do not, I repeat, do not jump in the middle of that mess. Another thing, how you get so far is you have to learn this. When you are fighting, just read them. When you are, see how I seen they were gonna grab? Roll back. So if you are fighting them, where there's more than a couple, try to read them. You're not going to always be correct. See how he reached to grab me or swipe at me? Same with him. Now I'm purposely not using the uppercut as much right now, because the uppercut is absolutely devastating. So this works with any of them, with the exception of heavy weapons. It's a bit harder to do that roll away, because there's like a moment after you swing your heavy weapon that you're vulnerable. I highly suggest that you spend time sometime. Here's that move I'm talking. Oh, never mind. Oh, I don't have a whole lot of... I don't have any more snacks. Yeah, I seen he was coming in swipe, so I just run away. Now, once you feel you're getting overwhelmed, get out. Now, I have to get out because I've got no more snacks. And I don't have any in our outpost, so. But anyway, that's the biggest thing that you have to learn. And I'll show you a little thing that I used to do to kind of train myself to do that. Let me get a bunch more snacks. Come on. Hey, you follow me over here. Damn it. Alright, what I used to do is just kind of... now see, that's the ones that get you right there when they lunge at you. You'd be surprised at how this actually gets you in the mindset, proper mindset for dodging properly. surprised the shooting platform's not taking him out. Whoops. Taking a snack, so he couldn't do nothing. Well, thanks, bud. Anyway, that's a neat little thing to do to kind of get you used to handle it. As you can tell, it can get a bit tricky, even with just two. That's something that is very good to get used to trying to do, dodging that jump attack of theirs. Anyway, that's how I got good. Rolling is your friend. That is the one thing you have to have. That's why I do not use pro wrestling and I do not use leapfrog, because you lose your rolling capability, and I will never do that. All right, some general tips. Glitches, Molotov. I showed the Molotov thing. Glitches. I had a list of glitches around here somewhere. Shooting, cardio training. I did a separate video on that. I'll merge it in somewhere. Well, actually, no, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I think I did. I don't know. I'll merge it in if I did. Okay, this is going to be a cardio exploit for training up your cardio. I've already shown this in some of my videos, but I should definitely include it in this tutorial. As you can see, she is loaded down as many snacks as she can have. She's at cardio level 3. I just got Alicia Hawks, who, by the way, is leadership, which she can do later. I'll explain what leadership can do later. Alright, basically, this is the deal. You get yourself a safe zone. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be running. Oh, we got a stranger in trouble. That's call out for survivors is what that is. I'm going to be running up to here, kind of running back and forth. Now, the trick to this is, see how your stamina bar is dropping? Do two things. First thing is, don't let off, at the very least, your walk button. Keep walking or running through this whole process. Wait until your stamina bar gets to flashing, pop a snack. The reason that is, you now are running while the snack recharges your stamina. You know, if I was to sit there and pop a snack, you know, as soon as, you know, like for instance, if I was to pop a snack now, I would only get the duration of the snack. This way I'm getting the duration of the snack plus the entire wind down of the stamina meter. So pop a snack. Now I will be speeding this up to get through the entire process so you don't have to watch it in real time, because it's quite boring to watch. But the biggest thing is make sure you keep moving. You can do this, stop running, if you want to like let your stamina build up, like if you run out of snacks or something, but don't stop. The minute you stop, well, not right now because she hasn't been running that long. Oh, I went down the wrong road. When you stop, after she's been running for a while, she's going to tire out. You'll see what I'm talking about. You will see she won't tuck her out at all as long as I keep running this way. So I'm going to fast forward to the end. Basically, I'll just speed it up. Maybe. Might look really, if I speed it up, it might make people motion sick. We'll see. Alright, we just
I don't want to put my mouth
got
on
level
trouble,
7
but I
cardio,
think
and I'm
our
gonna
defenses
see what...
here are pretty solid.
Oh, Lily, you didn't say a goddamn word through the whole tutorial except for the very beginning. Shut up. Alright. Now keep an eye on my stamina on the left side. As soon as I let go, she tuckers out. Just like that. That's why you don't let off the run button, or at least walk during that whole thing. So, to do this, pack on as many snacks as you can put on the person. Pick a safe zone, like I was running, as you've seen, up and down this. And just keep popping the snacks. As soon as you see the stamina bar start flashing, pop a snack, run through the entire regenerating of the stamina bar until it goes all the way back down the flashing. That's the way you use as little amount of snacks as you have to. So that's how you do the cardio training. I don't want to call it exploit, but that's something I haven't done in a long time, but because I usually like to just train them up naturally. But this is something you really should do to anybody that you have, is get their cardio done before anything. Doubling up on supplies. I ain't not gonna demonstrate because I really don't want to put anybody. Well, here, hold on, again. Most people know this, but some people might not, because they might not catch what we're doing when we do this. Search a house. Fully search a house.
Okay. Maybe this ain't so bad.
Tell you what. Do I have... We've done enough blunt weapon shit. Now see how how her loadout is? That's about what you always want to have on them. Oh, I don't have her ninja though, damn it. Anyway, the thing is, search the house. Now see, you got two you have two food supply there. And that's all you're going to have for rucksacks. There's only 2 in houses. Okay. What you want to do is, let's say that this is a building supply and we'll say this one's a building supply and this one is a food. Take the food.
I'll run this home.
Roger that. We'll be waiting.
And drop it. Then call for scavengers.
I found some supplies.
Now.
Send runners for pickup.
They'll be on their way soon.
Now grab what I said would be
Sit tight.
the building
I'm bringing this
supplies.
stuff home.
If you leave the food behind and you call for building supplies, for somebody to come for the building supplies, and you take them, they will then take the building
I'm almost
supplies.
home.
So
Got anything
basically,
done?
make
I'll show you
sure
when I
all
get there.
rucksacks are taken out of the lockers. Because if there's any rucksacks left behind, whatever resource you asked for them to
I'll
come
run this
on,
home.
come
Roger
get,
that.
like this
We'll
would
be
have
waiting.
been building supplies, if that would have building supplies. Whatever resource you wanted
I'm
them to
almost
get
home.
would
We'll
be
crack open a cold
eliminated.
one for
They
you.
would grab what was left in the locker. Now that's probably something 90% of everybody knows. The reverse stealth kill, which is,
Don't suppose you've decided on whether we can join you or not.
I'm reading off a list here, is this. Just hit the finishing move, like I said earlier. It's real simple to do. Mission tag-alongs. Basically all that is if you're going to go to a dangerous part of the map, for instance, I could do this. I could go to her.
What's up? Hey, thought you could use a little time away from the ranch. I'm on it.
Now, you can use her for anything you want. Heck, she'll follow you until her mission is complete. I'm not going to do that here. Not that it really matters, because this is a backup of my Road to 99. It's not the actual save, so...
So,
I'm
things have been
doing
pretty
this.
tense around here, huh? Seems
I'm
that
doing
way.
this for a couple
You
reasons. I'll
especially.
show you.
Maybe everyone else has just been a little too sensitive lately.
I've actually had kind of an outcry of having an all-females crew. Tell me, right there, 2 of the best females in the game. Chicken dinner girl, bedhead girl. So, little hint on what possibly could be coming.
Zed's up ahead.
Coming home now.
Whoops. Not where it's taking me. I know this probably ain't quite the tutorial people were looking for, but I gotta tell you, there is so much about this game.
Okay, now we're gonna kill some zombies the old-fashioned way.
It's hard to do a complete tutorial on it. It really is. You know, I am real thorough at explaining tips and tricks as I
Not too
play.
bad. We should get moving. Lead on. Let's move. Sit
Let's
tight.
go.
I'm
Let's
bringing
go.
stuff home.
Let's go. Let's go.
We'll be ready.
Anyway, I wanted you to know that I understand your frustration. That why you wanted this bit of quality time? We're all stressed, but we can't afford to be at each other's throats, okay? So start playing nice, or you're out on your ass. Look, I'll think about what you said, okay? Good.
Didn't even know I grabbed that. But one great tip I can give you is just you don't have
There
to
you go.
fight everything.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
Do not be embarrassed
Oh, you know.
to use your vehicle. Another thing that probably a lot of people
I don't want to put my mouth on trouble, but I think our defenses here are pretty solid.
forget is you can leave areas to let things just despawn. It's going to be kind of hard for me to show it here, so I'll just explain it. If you come into an area that has, you know, multiple juggernauts or multiple ferals, and you have somebody you don't want to lose, leave the area and come back and they will despawn. That also works with Cleo drops, by the way. Trigger the ping to Cleo, leave the area to where it warns you you're leaving the mission area, turn around, and all the specials will be gone. Another little trick you can do with your vehicle, let's say that you come across, and let's say that there is trying to find a pack. Let's say
Sounds like the situation out there has changed.
well, see, it's really hard to do on this level because they're not concentrated on one thing. Oh, just about. This little move here is a good way of killing Zeds that are like surrounding somebody and you don't want to hurt them. Like I said, it's going to be kind of hard to duplicate it because there has to be an actual mission where somebody's going to be surrounded by Zeds. You see me do it all the time in my playthroughs. So see how Having that petrol bomb just helps a whole ton. Roll, run, action button.
I hope you don't
Roll,
regret that missed
run,
opportunity.
action button. That's the 3 buttons that you use. I always like doing this. It's always fun to do. I love doing these ledge takedowns. It's so cool. Gaining wits. Best way to gain wits is searching and stealth killing, and have a library. Library will gain you wits faster. Survey exploit. If at the beginning of each level, your very first survey cannot be failed. For instance, if I was to move into Savini's, my very first survey would be here. What I would do is I would come over here, ping the survey, and then start the level. What does that do for you? Missions don't pop up, and neither does anything you need for any of your facilities. As long as that survey mission is going, you can do all 3 levels of the med lab without ever having to search for a single thing. If you're doing a dojo, same thing. You wouldn't have to look for anything for the dojo. The only downfall is if you have a crash or a power outage, you will lose everything that you did after you ping that mission. As soon as you get everything done you want done, go do the mission, game saves, then you're going to have a whole slew of missions pop up after that because Lily's mouth's been shut the whole time and she just can't wait to blab it. This is that, that's that, so. But that's something I only do when I'm level hopping, because it makes it go quicker, because you ain't got to go searching for anything for any of your facilities. Clio exploits, 2 Clio exploits. Trigger the Clio. Thank you, dude. Trigger the Clio. Drive away from the Clio until it says that you're leaving the mission area. Turn around, go back to the Clio, and the original spawn will be gone. However, the beacon will attract more Zeds, so get in and out really quick. The easiest way is, let's say there's a Clio mission right here. Okay, we'll just say that. You look at the map. Okay, it's right there. You go over here, ping this mission, and instead of doing that mission, go right over here. You will come upon the Clio locker, no beacon running, so no Zeds will be around it, or very little Zeds will be around it. Just normal spawns in the area. Search it, grab what you want, do your mission. After the mission is complete, drive back over here. Then the Clio mission will ping and complete at the same time. It's really cool. It's the easiest way to do a Clio mission if all you want is the loot and you don't want to do a Clio mission. I love doing Clio missions, so. Alright, so vehicle storage, yes. Use it for snacks. Mainly just snacks is all you got to store in there. If you've got a couple extra vehicles, then I would use it to store like items you're going to take to an enclave somewhere. So you ain't got to keep going back and forth to the enclave every time you get something. You can like put it in there, get a bunch of it, and then take it in at one time. Locker maintenance, of course. Make sure that your locker does not get too full of junk. Now see, I'm in pretty good shape here. Now, the lockers. Your home locker has 255 of these slots. Okay? And that includes even the ones that are stackable. So this is one slot. That's one slot. So you got 255 slots to store things in. Your enclaves have 32. Just remember that. They don't have as many slots as you. So you will only have 32 slots of stackable or non-stackable things to put in their locker. The thing with being, when you have too much in your locker is if you don't have the influence to take it out, you're what I call locker locked. And what does that mean? Everything you get, you have to take to an enclave. Period. You ain't got room in your locker to put it in, and you ain't got no damn influence to take anything out. So now if you have enough influence to have, like for instance, let's say I had this on me and I wanted to keep it, but I was full. I went to put it in, it gave you that stupid sound. Oh, wait a minute, we'll just say I have 18, exactly 18 influence. Well, take this out and then put that in. At least then you'll get a little bit of influence for doing that. And then you can take this, destroy it. Those things are junk. All right. Fighting strategies.
I hope we don't regret that missed opportunity.
Roll, dodge, attack from Zeds. I just showed that. Knife only. Let's do that. This was something I get a lot of people oogle over. Okay. The knife only is easy. Okay. It is basically the same thing as doing, here, hold on. This move here is the same thing. Actually, no it's not. Never mind. There's one more thing you have to do. Never mind. You have to hit the run key. Alright, knife only. Knife only is simple. You can do it two ways. I don't know if there's any other ways. I've never seen it. Grab them, roll dodge, action key. Now the roll dodge is the same thing as your crouch. I believe it is called roll dodge in, not the game settings, in the controls. Let's see. Sneak. Alright, let me say that properly then. I said that incorrectly. Sneak. Action. Then, roll, action. The same thing that you swing your weapon is what I'm calling action, which would be okay, melee attack. Let me just say melee attack then. Melee attack, sneak, melee attack. Roll, melee attack. Oh, wait a minute. Melee attack, sneak, melee attack. That's real. This one here is the simplest way of doing it. Roll, melee attack. Roll, melee attack. Real simple to do. Roll, melee attack. Melee attack, sneak, melee attack. It goes in its own animation. Roll, melee attack. I love it. Now, word of warning, everybody, this is only available in YOSE. If you don't have the YOSE version, you won't have the knife. The only thing you will get to do without a weapon is kick. Jump kick, the run key, and jump. Now you cannot finish somebody without a weapon on a wall. Specializations. Alright, specializations. Weapon specializations. Ed's has decapitate and low slice. I like decapitate. Low slice is good too. I don't have anybody low slice to demonstrate. Basically, it just cuts them off at the knees. I think you can do one or two at a time. I think. Decapitate's my favorite for edged. Blunt has uppercut and spinning backhand. Spinning backhand is good. It has the ability to actually knock down multiple Zeds, but in the upper levels it's not as effective as the uppercut. So I stay with the uppercut on the upper levels with the blunt weapons. Heavy weapons, the sweep and spin. I don't like to sweep. I never have. Not even in the original. I never liked it. It has a recovery that is ridiculous.
Maybe later.
Oh, Jesus. Seriously? It has a recovery that is ridiculous. Now, I can't show it, but this is bad enough, okay? Because I don't have... Oh, do I have... Now, this has a recovery. See that? Swing. How it has to come back. If they don't knock down, then... I gotta make sure I got... Oh, he's freaking encumbered. If you don't knock them down, then they could grab you while your weapon comes back, and sometimes you can't even roll during that, and I'm not quite sure. However, it's a no-brainer. Spin attack. And actually, English Bull actually figured out, and he's absolutely correct. Well, I better get some damn meds on him. Now, remember this. This is the YOSE version, because the original version, the spin attack is actually still pretty effective anyway. But let me see if I can duplicate. I don't use the spin attack a whole lot. Let me see if I can find... you know what? Let me grab some more. Some more of these. Oh, let me not grab some more. Hold on. There we go. That'll work. My spin attack is usually a spontaneous reaction to a bunch of Zeds, but if you really want to strategically use it, come in from the right. Whoa, shit! Okay. I'm glad this happened. Oh, never mind. It looks like they're going to show a little bit of interest. Oh, see how he came from the back row. Make sure that they're to the right of you. If they're to the left of you, they're going to probably grab you. Me. Now see how that... Well, actually, it didn't do too bad, but it didn't really power hit them, though.
I need a breather.
course you need a breather.
Sounds like the situation out there has changed.
The bowl, the sweep, and the spin attack have been really nerfed. I don't know if I really want to be hanging. Of course, that doesn't matter because I've got this save. Did that do a good job? Utilize your tanks too. Yeah, that did pretty good, didn't it? Use your tanks to help clear out large amounts of zombies. But anyway, that's enough of the heavy weapons. Is I don't know, like I said, it's the, if you can get it to where it does that. Now see, wow. All right, this is what petrol bombs are always used for. Oh, he's already shooting. Let's see if I can do that. English bull move there. Very tricky to do. Wait for them to swipe at you. Hit the sneak button. This is something, that's the only way you can do an uppercut with a heavy weapon. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, that's right. So it's a sneak button. This button here is, as soon as you see they're going to go swipe you, hit that sneak button and then follow it with the melee button. Not important to know, by the way. It's just a really cool thing to do from time to time. If you try it when you're really needing to fight, you're gonna die. But I find it really cool that Undead Labs put something like that in there. Now, even the blunt and the edge weapons has something too. I think the edge weapons just does like a low slice, and I think the blunt weapons does some sort of a backhand. Okay. All right, special techniques. Combat endurance is awesome. I did a video way back, maybe even somehow even tie it into this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I need a breather.
Yep. All right. Okay. This time I'm going to give her combat endurance. Let her recharge. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I need a breather.
14. Yes. Combat endurance is good if you got a extreme fighter. Great for heavy weapons. However, we'll get to that in a second. Marathon. I gotta tell you, Marathon is awesome. If you're in the upper levels, you're gonna find yourself sometimes having to run all over the map looking for vehicles, and sometimes looking for a home base because all the home base are glitched with the undiscovered infestation. My suggestion is you use a marathoner and they don't have to have as many snacks. Now, I found a perfect...
If we don't help out soon, it may be
I
too
found
late.
a perfect
We may need to hurry.
marathoner in my Heroes Only crew. Shut up, Lily. God, I can't stand her. Walter DeGrasse. I made him marathon because I got tired of not remembering he had a rucksack on his back. And if you've got somebody's marathon, the rucksack on their back, their stamina doesn't drain very fast at all. So combat endurance is awesome if you want a outright kick-ass fighter that can go in and just keep fighting and fighting with very little reason to ever get out and pop snacks. However, keep a lot of snacks on you and you can just keep popping snacks and accomplish the same thing. Marathoner, same thing. You know, you can just keep a lot of snacks on you and you can still run all over the map without, you know, any problem. Ninja is awesome, but it's not something that's going to help you win the game, or beat the game, I should say. It's great because you can search and not have to worry about, you know, loud searching. I'm pretty sure she is Ninja. Can't do much with her though because she ain't got much on her and I don't have much. Yeah, she's Ninja. The great thing about Ninja is this. It's a fast crouch run. That's the greatest thing about, and the fact you can fast search without worrying about making a loud noise. But quite frankly, it's not necessary. But I always have a Ninja anyway. I use them for after I get a home base. I like to sometimes take the Ninjas out to do the quick searching so I can get the home base up really quick. Rage, forget it. Useless. I've used it very little in the past, and when I did use it, I didn't notice nothing. You have to actually kill a zombie to get some of your stamina back. So if you're in the middle of a big batch of Zeds and you're not able to kill none of them, then that skill does nothing for you. Focus aim, can't say enough about focus aim. Here, let's go back to Super Dude. Ooh, I'm getting pretty damn good. Alright, I got no more influence. What can I say? Focus aim is probably the one special technique that's listed under that I can say is just can't be matched by having extra snacks on you. And if you like shooting, then you have to have, oh my god, look at that. You have to have focus aim. Look at that. Oh my god. Keep an eye on your stamina, and once it gets down to about a third, get out of it. He's a nimble, so he'll gain his. And you know, and then the good thing is while your stamina is regenerating, take out the ones that are near you. But I can't say enough about focus aim. Whoa! Bunch of jerkiness going on there. And ferals, forget it. They don't have a chance. Love it. Utility skills. Powerhouse. Shove and power kick. Don't use either. I don't really know where. I've never noticed any difference. I don't even know what they do. Tell me in the comments if there's something I'm missing, but no, I don't like either one of them. Reflexes, spin kick or sweep kick, I use them both. This dude, as everybody knows, because he's heavy, you get over there, jeez. Because he's heavy, I like to give him the quickest takedown in the game. That. So, they're both great. Sweep kick does nothing to ferals. However, spin kick does. So keep that in mind if you have difficulty taking on ferals. Defensive powerhouse. Let's see. Pro wrestling and double kill. I don't use either. Double kill is really difficult to get the timing down, and I don't see any real reason to do it except to get the achievement. Leapfrog and instant counter, same thing. Don't use either one of them. First, the powerhouse is the pro wrestling and double kill. The reflex is leapfrog. I don't use it. The pro wrestling and the leapfrog will remove your ability. I mean, you can roll when you're not amongst Zeds. Don't get me wrong, but once you're within Zeds, you're going to do nothing but the leapfrog or the pro wrestling. So, all right. Trying to think. All right, you know, I think that's it. I think I've covered just about everything. I'm going to try to kind of condense this down a bit because I know I've been going quite a ways, quite a long time with it. But anybody, you know, leave in comments if I missed something you'd like to hear. Like I said, I had a huge list that I wanted to put every bit of it in video, but it just wasn't working out that way. I would do this. I will try to increase my tips during my playthroughs so that, because a lot of my tips I can come up with the tips as I'm actually playing the game. When you're not actually playing a game and you're trying to create situations to prove something, it's hard to do. So, all right, that's it. I hope everybody enjoyed this tutorial. If I missed anything, please leave it in the comments. If I can't answer it, some of my viewers probably could. I got a lot of very knowledgeable viewers out there. So, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I will see you all in the next episode.
Time's not exactly on our side, if you know what I mean.
Ah, shut up, Lily.